Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Jira Service Management tutorial, let us quickly understand how you can export post-incident reviews into different formats and Confluence, right? So in the project settings, we have seen about some of the Confluence details as well. So if we go to project settings and incident management and scroll down below, you will see the Confluence settings, right? So these settings are important to save exported post-incident reviews. Okay, so you'll see that at the moment no Confluence space or page parent page is basically selected, right? So how we can configure this so that we can export the PIRs in Confluence? So the first thing you have to do is go back to the project, and then you will see in the project settings, we'll go back to the project settings. You scroll down in the project settings and you will get an option for the knowledge base. Okay, so you'll see the knowledge base. Okay, so click on the knowledge base, and knowledge base will open this particular page wherein you will be able to link a particular space. Okay, so I have signed up for the Confluence cloud version as well. Okay, so I'll go and open the Confluence, and prior to this, when you are linking the space, we have to create a space first, right? So to create a space within Confluence, you simply go to the spaces, okay, and then you view all space, or you simply click on this plus sign here. Okay, so click on plus sign here. Sorry, it will create a page. Let me close it. Okay, let me close this. So we'll create a space. So we'll go to spaces, and you can click on create a space. Okay, directly from here you will be able to create a new space. Okay, so you can create a blank space, team space, documentation space. Click next, and then provide the name of the space. Okay, so I'll say RCV post incident review space. Okay, that's the name. Additional options, you can basically go ahead and see that it is default permissions as of now. I'll simply go ahead and create this particular space. Now once this particular space has been created, we need to create a page, okay, or the root page wherein all your PIR will be stored. Okay, so whenever you are exporting the PIRs from Jira, what will be the root page? Okay, so let me quickly click on this plus sign to create a page or the parent page to store all the PIR, and I'll say this is RCV PIR parent page, or just PIR parent page. Okay, let me publish it. So this is what I have done in Confluence. Okay, prior to we go ahead and configure the rest into Jira Service Management. Okay, so this has been published. I've created a space which I want to connect from Jira Service Management. So I'll come back to the Jira Service Management, and then I'll click on the link space, and then from here we'll be able to see the space that I have created. Okay, so let me say RCV. I think it is the space key was RPS. Okay, so RPS. So looks like I have to refresh this particular page so that those changes are fetch space. So you'll see RCV PIR space is now available. In case that is not available, basically it's more of the reason that it has not been refreshed and the latest is not being picked up. Okay, so RCV PIR space is the one that I created in Confluence. I'll select that and then click on link. So now you will see that the space has been linked here in the service management, and then here we'll see that we have the different permissions here. So only Confluence user who can view. So we want to have the all logged in user option here, so that the users who are in the service management can also view, and then who can edit service project users as well. Okay, so because we are accessing this particular space from service management, so we want to change this. All right, these settings. Then if we go back to settings here, so if we click on the settings, it will redirect to the space permissions, and I want to show you that you will see that we'll get an option to upgrade for the space permission. Because we are on the free plan, I can't do the permission. So what I'll do is I'll simply grant all user permissions for this space. Okay, and then simply say grant permissions. If you want to have the granular level of permission defined for the particular space, you need to be on the upgraded plan, so you can basically control the permissions directly from here. Okay, so now we have done all of those settings here. Now if we go back to the PIR and try to export, okay, so let me go back to the project here, and here if we go to the open reviews or the PIR that we created, okay, and let's try to export. So we'll click on the ellipses here, click on export Confluence, and then we'll see the Confluence space where we need to export, right? So if you click on the drop down on the space and page, nothing is available there. Okay, So you have to make sure that you just don't rely on this drop down. You start typing in, so the spaces will then appear. Okay, so I started typing in RCV PIR space, so the spaces came here. I'll select RCV PIR space, and then still you can see that there are no options, right? This is very bad user experience. It's a feedback for Atlassian as well, but if somebody just clicks on this drop down expecting what spaces and pages should be there, it's kind of weird that you can't even get it, right? So until you start typing in, or they can put a tooltip somewhere that you have to start typing in to get the space and page. It took me a while to figure out this thing. So then we'll start typing in the page here. Okay, so I'll say RCV PIR space and the page. Okay, let me see parent page if I can get something. Okay, PIR parent page. All right, and then the title I want to, so I'll say PIR 1 is the title. Okay, PIR number 1. Okay, and let's export. So once I'll export this, it will create a new page. You will see that you have published a PIR number 1 in the RCV PIR space. If I click on view in Confluence, or simply open Confluence, I'll be able to see that PIR number 1, and all the details of the PIR will be basically available here. Okay, and all the details for the PIR are available here below the parent page, right? So you can directly export, and below the parent page you can give the text there, the heading, everything, and it will go ahead and update it in the Confluence and store it there. So that's very good feature, but then there are always the shortcomings and the enhancements, and I think the search feature is one of the very important thing that needs to be addressed. Okay, so now if we go back here, so if we go back and go to the project settings, right, and in the incident management, we can also set up this default space and page in the incident management itself. Okay, so we'll go in incident management, and in the PIR section below, so if you scroll down, you will see the post incident review, and the Confluence settings, we can simply select the space where we want to create. And again, if I click on the drop down, no options. Okay, neither on the page. So absolutely bad design from Atlassian. It needs to be corrected, I believe. So I'll go ahead and start typing in, and I'll say select RCV PIR space, and then I'll say the page that I want to make it as the default page, right? So now the only thing they have to do is basically give a little bit of tooltip here that you have to start typing in, right? But otherwise very nice features. It's, I think, the little user experience sort of things that matter most if somebody is not very technical and wants to explore the tool. So we selected everything, and I saved the changes. So now these settings will be used, or this space and this page will be used when you are exporting the PIRs, okay, post-incident reviews, from Jira Service Management to Confluence. Okay, so that's all for this video around PIRs or post-incident reviews in Jira Service Management, how you're going to export it to Confluence. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.